Hi everybody, it's me Shelby. Today I have a DIY for you. We're going to be doing Lolita hair bows, and I'm going to show you how to make those. They're really easy. You can actually make them by hand as well. You just have to do hand sewing, but today we're going to use a sewing machine. So it's going to be a lot easier, a little bit, not as time consuming and everything. But there will be some hand sewing that I will show you in the video. So, hope you guys enjoy. Okay, now this is our fabric. We cut out two pieces of the same fabric and put the sides that we want shown, right sides together, and then pinned it so that it stays completely straight together. Now make sure when you cut out your pieces that you leave about 1/4 of an inch to maybe 1/2 an inch of extra, so that way you can have seam allowance. And then we have our machine here. It's already ready to go. Usually a lot of people like to get something that is the color of the fabric. Right now I'm just using normal white thread and some silver thread because I can't find my white for the other one. So we're gonna put this in here. Kinda, if your machine has these guides here, you can use those as well. It really makes your life a lot easier. So we'll go ahead and do this. Now you have two options here. You can either go all the way to the end of the fabric and then completely take it out and restart it for the other edges, or you can kind of put the needle down into it like this and turn it whichever way. Personally, I like going all the way to the edge because you can get like kind of a cleaner line that way, but that's just me. So we'll be right back after we finish sewing. Okay. Now we've got all four sides sewn up. With the fourth side here, it hasn't gone all the way to the end because you have to turn the bow inside out, and that's going to be your little area how you do it, and then that's going to be the part where we hand sew. Okay guys, now we have our little sewing needle right there, and we already have it threaded as well. I don't know if you can see that over my hand. Now what we're going to do, this is like a little technique that I have just come up, but Gwen's got the camera in my way so I can't see what I'm doing. Thank you. I'm going to take it and hook it around the last stitch of the machine stitching and put that through. This will kind of help it like pull the tail thread that you have there into the fabric so it's not really seen very much and kind of anchors it. Okay. Now my advice is to get a thread that is as close to your fabric as you can possibly get. That way it doesn't really show very much. And we're going to pull it back a little bit. Move with me, thank you. I know this may be a little blurry but I'm to start off with, but I'm going to be hand sewing it, but I can't see when it's way over there. So we're going to just hook it on the inside of one side, if I can get it hooked. And make it go on to the other side. Now try to keep this on the inside as much as possible. That way it's not showing on fabric too much. Sorry, we get a little snag. You definitely got to be careful sometimes too, because moments like this happen when you get a little snag, and please ignore the sounds. And there we go. Getting it. Yeah, we'll work with that. As you can see, it is best to keep your thread as straight as possible and keep going from there. And we'll be right back after I finish this, because I'm sure you don't want to watch me sew for fun. Okay, now this is our piece of fabric that's all sewn up on all sides, and this is the basis for our bow. Now what I like to do is to kind of just fold the side up and start collecting it inwards, like so. And letting it go like that so I can kind of see what it'll look like. See where I need to move it possibly. So I think right about there looks good. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a pin in it right here. Be careful not to push the pin while your thumb is right here, because let me tell you that will hurt very, very much. Next, we're going to go to a wondrous place called the box of ribbons, which are going to make up your centerpiece on the bow. And we'll be right back with
Okay, these are what we call the magical world of box of ribbons. We actually have two. As you can see, me and my family have a lot of ribbons.
We like ribbons, apparently.
Anyways, we have to find a ribbon that is for the center of the bow. Now, depending on how big your bow is, also depends on how big the width of the ribbon. Now, if we were to use something like this wide on this ribbon, that would not work very well. Not only would the color choices not be correct, however, this is way too wide of a ribbon for this bow. Another good idea, maybe something like this here, because this also has polka dots, might be okay, but I still feel like that is a little too wide. What do you think, Gwen?
I think it clashes too much.
It really does. Like, it's the same type of fabric. Well, maybe not the type of fabric. It's the same type of, like, can't think of it, pattern, but instead of having colorful polka dots, it's white. But always a good idea to go with. It's just a solid color that is very similar to the one that you're using. So we have this one. We have these two right here. They're the same color, so we don't have to really worry about that. But it's a pretty good width for a bow this size, and it matches, because it's a single color, it matches the color of the fabric without the pattern. Or if you're wanting to feel adventurous, let's see what we got here. See, we have a pink bow to match the pink polka dots. Gwen agrees with this one. She likes it. We have, let's see, what else do we have? So many ribbons to look through. I don't know. That one seems a little small, though, because it's a very thin. I feel like that may be a little small. Color is nice, but I think it's a little small. The green does not match very much, I don't think. What do you think? I don't think it matches the green and the polka dots.
I like the pink better.
Well, of course you like the pink better. You like pink.
I love pink.
Gwen loves pink. So we'll go ahead and go with Gwen's choice, because if we go with the purple choice, it may get lost. So it's always nice to have a little pop of color in the centerpiece, which is a good way to use the ribbons. So we will be back in. There we go. All better. This is kind of the part where you have to line it up, make sure it's where you want it to be. Loosen and tighten or not, it's okay. Okay, now that we have our ribbon all set up in the center, the next piece that we have to do, it includes more hand sewing. I know, our favorite thing to do. Now, if you guys need any hand sewing tips or any help with it, you leave us a comment at the bottom and we will make a video for you with some hand sewing tips. It's really easy when you get the hang of it. It's just time consuming and a pain in the butt. Anyways, next we are going to go on the underside of the ribbon. Now, just so you know, we had the ribbon I actually heat treated the edges so that there's no fraying or anything. And if you need to know how to do that, just drop us another comment and we will see about getting that for you guys. These are really simple skills that won't take you any time to learn. I promise they are really easy. But they are simple skills. But for the ribbon, we actually, on the end here, we turned this side under, so that way none of the burnt edges from the heat treating are shown and there will be no fraying or anything like that. Now, for the hand sewing, we are going to go put the needle on the underside of it so we don't have anything showing like the tail end of the thread. And then you just do as you did with the original hand sewing. You kind of just go in and hand sew it together using small stitches so that you can get it all together. Any way of doing it is really acceptable. There's really no wrong way of doing it, unless you are sewing your hand to the bow, in which case that is a little not right. I don't think your hand would be very comfortable sewn to your hair bow. So you do have to be careful when doing it so that you don't hurt yourself or hurt anybody else. There's always that possibility. You may be thinking, oh, she's crazy. No, I'm not. We've seen people get hurt doing this stuff. So, please, be careful. Okay. And, okay, now that we have our ribbon all sewn on, what we're going to do is we're going to take our alligator hair clip. And this is really simple. You don't have to, this requires no sewing, no gluing. It's really simple, so you can just slip it on the ribbon and push it all the way through. And that way, it's easy to keep in your hair. You don't have to worry about glue getting stuck or anything like that. And unless you yourself moves it, it's not going to go anywhere. The ribbon is tied enough around it and the bow that it's not really going to move on its own. And plus the teeth that are in the clip also keep it from moving as well. So that is our finished product, our little Lolita hair bow. We'll have some pictures at the end of the video so you can see the finished product being worn. And if you guys have any more requests, just leave a comment in the comments below, and we will hopefully see you guys again. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.